You can get your It figures at Big Bad Toy Store at the link in the description down below if you dare. Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Kaiju, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews. Hello there, collectors. It's Steven here, and I am bringing you another Pennywise review. It's going to be an accessory set of the infamous clown from the 2017 movie It, now called Chapter 1. So in this accessory set, we get a couple of accessories that are going to be really awesome for ramping up your Pennywise the Dancing Clown display. However, if you've been keeping up with NECA's Pennywise releases, you may already have some of them. So, do you want to double dip? Well, let's take a look to see whether or not it's worth adding into your collection. Here's a look at everything that comes in this accessory set, so let's take a quick look. We get the overall sewer diorama, which looks really cool, and we also get a little kind of bust of Pennywise the Dancing Clown here. We get the Jack in the Box with a removable Jack. We do get a small doll version of the Tim Curry 1990 Pennywise. We do get the SS Georgie. We do get a severed Georgie arm, and we do get a red balloon. Now, like I made mention before, if you've been keeping up with the Pennywise figure releases so far, specifically the 2017 Pennywise releases, you should already have the SS Georgie and a red balloon. And you may also have the severed Georgie arm from the previous release of the I Heart Dairy version of Pennywise. The only difference here with the severed arm is that it looks like the bloody, gory parts of the arm look a bit more, well, goopy here instead of raw and severed. So this arm looks fresh, where the other one kind of looks like, well, Pennywise may have been chewing on that for a little bit. Okie dokie, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this set and take a look at the new accessories. So first and foremost, we'll take a look at the Jack in the Box, or the Pennywise in the Box that we get here. And this is pretty neat. This is going to be a slightly chibi version of the Bill Skarsgård 2017 and 2019 Pennywise the Dancing Clown. The detailing overall here looks pretty good, and it's a little true to form here because the pupils on this one are actually looking in two different directions, so they're not kind of looking straight ahead like the promotional pictures are, but hey, that's okay. Now, the detailing on this is pretty sweet, specifically the detailing on the box, because there is a little decal, or tampo, apparently as it's called, that shows an old-timey Pennywise on there, and it looks nice and decayed and sort of peeled off already, almost as if it's been through the ringer. Now, what's really cool about this is that you can actually remove the Pennywise little Jack in the Box that pops up, and you can just have the box on its own. And on the top, we do also have some detailing as well that looks nice. However, take note that this was actually taped in securely into the tray, and the adhesive from the tape got onto the box lid, so yeah. So the box actually opens and closes on a hinge, and the Pennywise actually has technically 4 points of articulation in the shoulders, where it's going to be able to swivel forward and back and hinge out from side to side. You can't really move the arms too well here, but hey, they're there. Also, the handle on the box moves just like a real Jack in the Box. Pretty cool. Up next, we do have the Tim Curry doll version of Pennywise, and this was actually seen only briefly in the 2017 It movie when Pennywise is popping up and he's doing the beep beep Richie thing. Yeah, he is hidden in the clown room, and it's pretty cool that this little Easter egg in the movie is actually realized in plastic format. The detailing here is pretty nice. No bad paint apps here. It does look really good. It also does have some articulation with a ball jointed head or neck, or the head moves on a ball joint. We are going to have swivel hinges at the shoulders. Unfortunately, no wrist swivels or the like. And the feet, the ankles, they are going to be on ball joints. So this way you can move the feet around a little bit as well. This actually does bring up an issue, however, because this does not want to stand up at all. Yep. For whatever reason, it has a tendency to fall back and to the right. So for mine, I just have to kind of reposition the feet so this way he's leaning slightly forward and to the left, but it works. Up next, kind of, sort of, not really simultaneously, we're going to be taking a look at that little Pennywise, sort of, not really bust, and the sewer diorama that we get in the accessory set. So for the Pennywise bust, the reason why I said it kind of, sort of, is not really one, is that basically we're going to get a fully sculpted shoulders and up of Pennywise with the frill that goes around the neck. And we're going to get a brand new head with a new paint scheme here. This is going to depict Pennywise when he's down in the sewers. And the neck is fully articulated. Yep, basically just like you would have for your normal Pennywise figures. And this head sculpt, it does look pretty cool. Yeah, not much to say here except for one novel thing. Pennywise here has blue eyes, which no other NECA release so far, to my knowledge, includes a blue-eyed Pennywise. So, cool for that. Now the obvious question, is this head sculpt compatible with other figures, and are other head sculpts compatible with this little Pennywise bust that we get? And the answer there is going to be yes. You can swap to your heart's content, so have fun there. Now this bust is actually essential because it is meant to be used in tandem with the sewer diorama that we get, which the sewer diorama actually does look rather cool. Unfortunately though, it is a bit of a step down from the prototype that we saw, specifically on the back of the box. The grass that is on the curb leading to the sewer, on the prototype, it actually looks like it has some decent coloration in there, not just green dry brushing over black plastic, which at a distance it's not going to be that big of a deal, but when you're kind of up close, yeah, it is a little bit of a bummer. It's also difficult to differentiate between the sewer grate and the concrete right there on the curb, so yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell, but the prototype looked a little nicer, and also on the prototype, it actually looked like they put in little dry brushing for the waves that are coming in and out of the sewer. So yeah, it's kind of definitely a step down. But the water effects are really nice, and it's cool to see that they were able to recreate this essential, iconic scene from the 2017 movie. Now, what's kind of a bit of a bummer here is that if you want to have anything coming out of the sewer, you're going to have a little bit of a prop support up for it, because it's a pretty big gap in there for the sewer. Yeah, that's why you have to use the bust. If you're not going to use it, you're basically not going to be able to see any of the Pennywise heads or whatever else you're going to stick in there, so you're going to have something to prop it up. Or be creative and use some tape so this way you hold it in place. And like I said, since other head sculpts are compatible with this bust, you can have a whole bunch of fun, whether it's going to be Pennywise shooting out those spider arms, or maybe even chomping on Georgie's arm. If you want to recreate that scene with the well house Pennywise as well, you can do that. Now, thankfully, the 1990 Tim Curry Pennywise, his head sculpt is actually on a very long neck, so you can kind of fudge it a little bit, so this way you can get him to look out of the sewer. So even though there are some, I feel, legitimate complaints here for the sewer diorama piece, which is the main sell for this set, I believe, you can definitely create some fun scenes with it as long as you use just a little bit of creativity and you use your brain, like you can see right here with Pennywise chomping on Georgie's arm, holding the SS Georgie, and that balloon floating out of the sewers. You'd be surprised what a little bit of tape can do for you. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and round out this little bit of a review with a size comparison with the Wellhouse Pennywise and the 1990 Pennywise version 2. So if you're having a hard time figuring out how big everything is here, well, congrats. Here you go. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Overall, this accessory set pretty much clocks in at about $30, and I do have to say that is a little steep of a price considering that the head sculpt that we get is kind of new. It's just a nice fancy repaint. We get the red balloon, which we already got, the SS Georgie, which we already got, and the severed Georgie arm, which we already got as well. So realistically, the new parts are going to be the Jack-in-the-Box Pennywise, the 1990 Pennywise doll, and the sewer diorama. So is that really worth $30? I think they could probably bump it down to $25 if they really wanted to be fair. Probably $20. But at the same time, not everyone is going to have all of those accessories necessarily, and having the extra red balloon, that is pretty cool for photo shoots. All in all, this is going to be a case-by-case basis, but if you are into bumping up your display and making it as awesome as it can be, this is essential. Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now you've heard a lot from me, I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs, like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand-selected for you, so if you want to watch another SDR video, I hand-selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.